crew members, including my right-hand man, your activities manager, Marcus, do Brazil! Emphasize enough, ladies and gentlemen, how much that man carrying the Brazilian flag does. He is my assistant. Imagine being my assistant. It's a crazy life. Without him, none of this would be possible. Soon to be cruise director, ladies and gentlemen. You will see. Let's hear it for Mr. Marcus. Yes. However, we continue because we have 4 from Bulgaria, 2 from Canada, 3 from Chile. 9 from China. We have 9 from Colombia. Costa Rica, 5 from Croatia, 1, ladies and gentlemen, which is our HR manager from Czech Republic. HR manager Jan, right next to the piano, which this brings me to a very important announcement, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to make sure we all understand that this is the crew parade of flags. What that means is all the nationalities that you'll be listening, that you'll be hearing this evening, belong to the crew members currently working on board our beautiful ship. Now, that means that if by the end of the crew parade of flags, you don't hear your nationality, it's simply because we don't have a crew member from that nation working on board our ship. But luckily, I just introduced our HR manager. So if you want to help us change that, at the end of the crew parade of flags, we will go together to our HR manager's office. We will sign your contract. You will stay to work with us next cruise. And next cruise, you will be featured in the crew parade of flags, guys, all right? We have a deal. Let's move on right here, folks, because we have 2 crew members from Dominica. 2 joining us from Dominican Republic. Wait a minute. Talita, you've been dancing for like 6 different countries at this point. Where are you actually from? It's a little witness protection program situation going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. But now, what we wanted to show you right there with that, folks, is that some of our crew members wanted to share a little bit extra from their countries, but they didn't have the opportunity to be here tonight. But like I said at the beginning, we are the Jewel of the Seas family. So for some of them have not the opportunity to come and show it to you, we have no problem helping our brothers and sisters represent their countries as well. So we're gonna move on right now because we have 2 from Ecuador. 2 from El Salvador, 1 from Finland, 2 from Gambia, 2 from Ghana, 3 from Greece, 2 from Guyana, 1 from Haiti, 1 from Hungary, and ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are ready for what's coming your way. Because I'm about to introduce the third most represented nationality amongst all of our crew members on board, with 136 crew members joining us from incredible India! Now, in case you didn't recognize them, folks, those are your waiters, assistant waiters, and head waiters joining us all the way from the dining room, and even your Shore Excursions manager carrying the Indian flag right there. How about a round of applause for the dining room team, ladies and gents? However, straight from the third most represented nationality, we're going to go right into the second most represented nationality on board. Any guesses? Ladies and gentlemen, 141 crew members joining us all the way from beautiful Indonesia! Your laundry master and the laundry team, always working behind the scenes, who came out here to share a little bit more of their country with you. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, something very amazing. That costume that you just saw, it was made by items they found on board. So if this cruise you were missing a couple of socks, ladies and gentlemen, on your laundry, it was put to good use right here. However, that was our laundry team, so how about a round of applause for them, folks? We have one crew member from Israel, 3 crew members, including my boss right here next to me, your hotel director, Mr. Sandro, all the way from Italy. Let's hear it for Italy! Now, before I introduce our next nationality, I need to hear from you guys. At the count of 3, we all together go, "Yaman!" 1, 2, 3!